Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Apparition Paranormal Podcast. After a 10-month hiatus, we are back with your paranormal news, updates, fresh content, whatever you want to call it. On tonight's podcast, we discuss our coming back plans, our announcements, what we plan on doing with this channel in the future, what is going on in our paranormal lives, places we want to investigate in our Western New York area and afar, and the new segment on the channel that we're going to be giving a test run here, Reddit Ghost Stories. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Apparition Paranormal Podcast. It has been 10 long months of us doing absolutely nothing with our lives.
10 long months.
10 long months of us doing absolutely nothing, and a lot of stuff has happened
And we got
in those
so
10
much
months.
fresh shit. It's so stale. It's fresh.
Oh, yeah. oh yeah. Yeah. So like I said, we're going to discuss on tonight's podcast what we plan on doing in the future, what's been going on in our lives paranormal-wise, where we would like to investigate in our Western New York area and afar, and a new segment I'd like to try, Reddit Ghost Stories. So we're going to try reading some of those and reacting and giving our opinions on them and, you know,
Sure.
feeding off of that.
Sure.
And then I think we've only done 2 episodes, but I think in one or both of them we had stuff going on in the background too to see if stuff happens. So you want to discuss that really quick?
You mean explain what they do?
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. So they both give off an electromagnetic kind of field, and if anything comes in and interrupts it, it'll beep, flash in the direction of where it's picking it up for this one.
All right. And this one right here.
I don't have this one
This
go
is
off a lot.
This is a REM pod. This one is a lot easier to manipulate and go off.
That one I get a lot of
Absolutely.
activity through.
And the other one is a...
See, you do that.
Still going off for no reason. Of course, we're live.
Yeah, don't let the stupid TV shows fool you. It's not as quick and easy as
Right.
they show you.
And that, I can't remember what that one's called.
That's super sensitive. 360. Oh yeah, Periscope.
Yeah, geez, it's
Periscope.
been a while, guys.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Like a minute. Yeah,
Oh.
right. All right.
You know what I
All
forgot
right.
to do when we started this podcast?
Ah.
I forgot to click record that way.
Oh,
That way we could upload it to Anchor for, listening not on YouTube.
professional broadcasting at its
Yeah.
best.
We try something, so we're going to just do this. Okay, this is the Apparition Paranormal Podcast.
Welcome to the Paranormal Podcast 2.
Paranormal
Again.
Paranormal Podcast. We
Again.
messed up.
We're here again.
Yeah, we messed up. For everybody watching on YouTube. Yeah, we messed up. All right, let's get right into our first topic here. I want to discuss our plans going forward with this channel.
All right.
Is it going off by itself?
Yeah.
Hey, that's going off. All right. Okay. Plans going forward with this channel. I plan on doing bi-weekly podcasts. So like this week, next week, we would not be doing a live podcast. The week after that, we will be doing. So every other
So
week.
not like bicentennial podcasts, like every 10 months.
I'm going to sound
kinda
stupid.
thing.
I can't even remember what bicentennial
Well,
stands for.
it'll be 10 years, but I think.
That Periscope keeps going on.
that doesn't make any sense either.
Pretty sure.
Bicentennial. It's like, I'm an idiot. I have no idea what it is.
I have no clue where
actually.
you're going with this.
Yeah.
So bi-weekly podcasts, and the weeks we do not do a live podcast, try to upload a investigation episode to the YouTube channel. Obviously not live. We would go out and film, edit, and give you guys all the real stuff that happens out in the spooky world that is Western New York and surrounding areas. So I'm assuming you're okay with that. And a lot of
Yeah,
these
of course.
investigations probably would start off because we live in Western New York, so it is freezing cold here right now. Just got another snowstorm. It's like 15 degrees outside.
Yeah. Just got done with 15 hours in that snowstorm.
So the investigations for now would be in the surrounding area, anywhere that would have us to do an investigation inside. Otherwise, this house, which is quite haunted as it is. I know for one, living down here, shadow figures everywhere.
Really?
every night for the most part, laying in bed, all by the pool table, everywhere. It's a lot of.
It's
shadow
weird how
figures.
it's localized. It seems like it'd be localized down here to you. I mean, unless your mom doesn't see anything, or sees it and doesn't say anything.
Well, you guys,
I'm not
what
noticing
we're going to
anything,
talk
really.
about later too, with equipment wise or whatever, is you have those cameras now,
Yeah.
and that footage is going to probably make it into some of our home investigation footage.
Yeah.
Episodes that we put out.
I'll say at least that activity, which honestly I haven't like randomly just started recording again. You know what I mean? Like just
Right.
to see if we got anything. But yeah, there's lots of orbs, a lot of orbs. That's not dust and it's not bugs. You know.
And you can definitively tell that it's a difference between an orb and the dust on the camera,
As far as my education goes,
and the
yeah.
way it moves, I guess I'm saying, or whatnot. You know, you can tell it's not flying around like a piece of dust.
Yeah, you don't see wings, and it doesn't move the way dust should move. So
Right.
I mean,
So, and the
After
good thing
that,
about
what
those
do you got?
cameras is they're night vision, and
Yeah.
they all run off batteries and stuff. We can hook them right up to our phones
Like,
and record.
good quality.
Anywhere we
night
go
vision.
to with those for investigation purposes, we can set those up in. What
Yeah.
do we have, 6?
As long as you get Wi-Fi, though.
What do we have, like
'cause
6? We can use hotspots on our phones.
Right. Yeah.
What do we have, like 6 of them, 5 of them, something like that?
Five.
Oh yeah, because the one's at the front door or whatever.
Uh-huh.
All right, yeah. So we got 5 of them, so we can take those anywhere we go, pretty much.
I can cover a lot of ground with it.
Yeah, exactly. The 5-room house, something like that. Put one in every room and a hallway and whatnot. You know,
Yep.
place that has the most activity centralized. You know, the camera's focusing on that one
99%
spot.
sure. You can do it through the phone. You can check on it. You can put it through the computer too. You know, and so we could have like probably multi-screen.
Right. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I didn't even think about that. Like Ghost Adventure has their
Yeah, like
freaking main
command
setup and
center
all
or
that crap.
whatever.
Yeah, command center. Yeah. So that'd be pretty cool. So we have those, which is gonna help us out a lot, because other than that, like for our investigation purposes, I have 2 main that just beeped.
Okay.
2 main handy cam cameras, and then I have a night vision handheld camera as well. And all of those have like professional microphones on them, Rode microphones. So they're not cheap, good audio quality and all that crap. But
Nice.
you know, we only have one other actual night vision camera, and the other 2 have to use actual flashlights to be able to see in the dark, obviously, or something like that, you know. So those night vision security cameras are going to come in big help,
Yeah, definitely.
big handy.
Big handy. Whoa.
Oh, Jesus
Hey,
Christ!
hey.
What else do we have
Now,
investigation?
10 minutes in, and we got
have
the
a-
first hand job joke.
I'm getting used to being back live. I don't know what to say. So what else? We have a lot of crap still. Actually, we still have the, what do we have, the K2, or not K2 meter? I know we have the K2 meter,
Yeah.
but the Connect camera thing. Do we still have
Oh,
that?
yeah, definitely.
That still works and all that crap.
Yeah,
I'd like
that
to use
still
that in a
is.
cemetery. Well, I mean, I guess technically we could still do it in the winter if it gets a little bit warmer and stuff like that, not freezing cold at nighttime
Yeah.
or whatever. But we could still use that, and even in a cemetery, you know, just make sure there's nobody else in front of it. That way, it's not picking up on something stupid.
There's plenty under it.
What do you mean?
It's a cemetery.
LOL. Terrible jokes tonight. Absolutely terrible. Give
That's
us
what
like
happens when
another
Jess
live or
smokes a
so.
ball before he goes live.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, shit. It's okay, folks. It's legal. We're good.
Yeah, it's legal in
Don't
New York
worry.
now.
It's not meth. I promise.
Okay, so what else? We got a couple EVP recorders. We got 1 or 2 spirit boxes. I want to order another one of those, because we got one. What you're supposed to do with them, right, is take the antenna out. That way it cuts out all the actual radio interference,
Right.
right? Because if you have the antenna in it and it's sweeping through
Well,
stations, it can pick up actually like your
that's-
local radio stations.
Yeah, that's like a standard hack shack. Like back before we had all the apps and the handheld ones that you could just order off the internet now. The old Radio Shack, if you know, you know. Radio Shack.
Those are all closed now.
Yeah, all
Jesus
closed
Christ.
now. But you just bought a little AM FM radio, and you take out the antenna and let it scan. Of course, you had to have digital, so it would scan channels and just let it go. And but I think equipment from like these, what the hell's the name of it? Either ghost hunting ghosthuntershop.com or something like that. I'm not quoting any names. I don't remember. It's been so long since I bought anything, but I would like to get like some talking boxes, however you want to put it, ones that are specifically made to do it. Like what's Zach been using on the portal?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I'd love to get an Ovilus. I've looked everywhere for them. They like stopped me. They have obviously certain generations, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the cheapest. Yeah, you'd like us to get an Ovilus? Oh shit! No fucking way, yo. Okay.
Oh right, so
All right, yo. What?
to
I
get on
loved how I
Amazon or something?
asked. Like, you'd like to get us an Ovilus? Yes.
yeah.
Quick, easy, one little beep. Yeah, absolutely, yes. Dude, holy crap. And that's been silent almost the whole freaking time until I
Yeah,
started talking about the
yeah.
Ovilus.
I don't know if that's been lighting up. I don't think it has been, but
Yeah, so, I mean, getting Ovilus,
anyway,
that would be a big help.
so
But
we're
I'm
gonna
pretty
get
sure those are
Ovilus.
like, Oviluses go for a couple $100 now. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
Not cheap at all. Hold on. Keep talking. I'm gonna look
Keep
this up really
talking.
quick. Yeah, just stall.
Yeah. I think the show has come to a grinding halt. I think we have stalled ourselves just fine. I don't think I need to help stall this stale ass live show anymore. So, as he's looking to Amazon, I'm going to tell you that, I'm not even good at stalling. So I don't know what business I think I have being on YouTube and entertaining anybody.
Well, we can move on, I guess. I'll look it up
Let's
later
move
and
on.
stuff.
I mean,
Let's
we
go.
got,
What has been going on?
short on time.
Okay, wait, no. Let's get on with places we'd like to investigate. We're talking to that more. So, cemeteries, obviously, our place here. There's a bunch of places locally we could get into if we fork over the money and stuff. I know Wildwood Sanitarium down in Salamanca is a big one you could get into.
That'd be cool.
There are a couple around here, aren't there? Insane Asylum, right? The Buffalo
Yeah,
Asylum.
there's Rolling Hills Insane Asylum.
And they do like guided tours and stuff like that. We could also do Rapids does guided tours and stuff. I know we could get in there.
Rapids.
That'd be kind of cool, a bigger venue like that.
Yeah.
Of
Of course, Buffalo Central Terminal,
Aren't they like renovating that or
They
something?
renovated it like a few years ago, I think. I don't know.
We're gonna have to do some research on that to see if we can get into that.
Yeah.
I seriously want to like get back into all this and like give you guys content and do this for our own enjoyment as well. I don't know if that's
Okay.
normal.
I don't know. I don't think so. Can you stop doing that? That's okay. See, like, no, it's not normal. It's not normal. That's not normal. Sorry.
I love how we just stop what we're talking about to look at a electronic device beeping at us.
No, hold on.
Okay, that's
That seems like a low battery thing to me. I'm gonna say.
really okay. Well, if that's nothing paranormal, then
Yo.
it's nothing paranormal.
Okay. What? It was doing an ambulance.
Literally, wee. Yo, I didn't even think about that. What? And then I reset that
You
to the
can't-
base level.
I literally can't make this shit up, okay? So let's get that right out of the way. I mean...
And there's nothing
we're
behind
not
here. This is a
using,
wall,
like-
too. This is
Trust
just a
me.
green screen wall.
Trust me, we are not using high-quality editing software. I
This
promise
is
you
live.
that.
I'm using
Not-
OBS,
Not
and
only
I have
not
my
editing
Rodecaster.
software, nobody has the technical skill to even do it.
No, you guys are lucky I can get this live.
There's no way I'm faking this. And if that's not the biggest proof that anything we get is legit, I don't know what is.
Well, shit. Okay. Well, if it goes off again, we'll see. We'll just have to remember if we ask a question or something like that, or talk about a certain topic.
Yeah.
Before
What
it
were
goes
we
off
talking
again.
about? Where we
Somebody-
wanted to go?
Just set that at 0 again. Talked what?
We were talking
Rapids.
about where we wanted to go, yeah.
The Rapids and the Grand Central Terminal or whatever,
that was
Buffalo Central Terminal.
I was about to say, like, Fort Niagara
Jeez.
is another place.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. Wait. That's that hotel, right?
No, I mean the actual Fort Niagara.
Okay. What's the freaking hotel that we were gonna go to? That the lady like turned me down at. I want to go back there despite what that lady said. The one right there on the
Strip club? No.
Nah, don't say that.
No. Oh, I mean,
the one right there on the falls, literally right across from the falls.
Wow.
It's something. There's a hotel.
Marriott?
No, absolutely not. Let's see here. Haunted Niagara Falls. Oh, geez, we are professionals. Hotel.
Dalton is Google.
Red Coach Inn. Red Coach Inn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Remember Red Coach Inn?
I remember hearing.
I was talking about that, and I went there and talked to the lady, and she's like, "Oh yeah, a lot of people come here looking for ghosts, da da da." But like, she had openly admitted to me that she doesn't believe in anything.
You believe in money? Because we'll pay you.
Literally, I think it was like $200 something a night. Yeah, the Red
Like,
Coach
that's
Inn,
stupid.
historic bed and breakfast hotel. I believe this made it on one of our lives from earlier. The honeymoon
Yeah.
capital of the world. Da da da. What
Yeah.
freaking room was that?
I'm pretty sure we read all that.
Jesus Christ! I just want to know the name of the room again. Story goes, the newlywed couple checked in around midnight on the first night of their honeymoon. They were given the Victoria Suite on the 3rd floor. I went in that room. She gave me a tour of it and everything. And I remember feeling stuff inside that room and walking out, and then her giving me all this BS and crap like that, and then basically denying me the room
Why is she showing you around then?
because I asked her to still go up there regardless.
Oh,
So she's like, all right, yeah, whatever.
he's a persuasive.
But like the whole
fox, let me
time,
tell
she's
you.
like, so there's a brutal murder. By morning, the bride was found bludgeoned to death on the master bed, her face crushed on one side. Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll have to remember that. Victoria Suite. Anyways, so that's another place we could go to.
You said fresh with new material, and we're literally reading
Going
the
over
story
old
we did-
material we
yeah,
probably
last
did in
time.
like the first or second episode. We've only done 2, so fresh new content.
Professionals.
Wait. Yeah, I love the corny sound effects.
I'm corny, so it fits.
And then another place.
Come on. Is that because I'm corny?
Okay, we're gonna have to figure something out, cause I don't know if it's ow. Like I said, that's
I
a
know
wall right there.
It seems like a technical difficulty. It seems like it, but why wasn't it doing it the whole time? Why is he just randomly doing it?
Can you stop? Okay, if anybody is actually watching, I don't know shit about REM pods other than they
Do
go
we have any
beep.
scientists as subscribers? Yeah, can you? Man, that seems like a low battery thing. I don't know. Because like once it starts going, you know,
Maybe it's just really messed up.
it's
Yeah, but what is causing it? We weren't touching it when it went beep
no
to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, none of us got near it or anything to touch it to make it start spasming. So something made it start going off.
I tried like changing the sensitivity. Let's see if that.
That's what all that was.
No, see, because it's like just by something initially setting it off,
Okay, yeah, maybe.
it's making it go into like
Well,
this
Live. Awesome.
We got the spasmatic REM pod, man.
5,000. Double, triple over 0.
Spaz!
All right. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, move that in there.
Riveting, huh, folks?
We're live. Anything can happen on live
Watch the
TV.
professionals try to figure out if it's a low battery warning or a ghost.
We are trash.
Will they?
You guys should
figure it out?
unsubscribe.
Yeah. Smash that like. This is gold, folks.
And then a big trip coming up that I want to plan. Not too far away, actually. We could make the trip in half a day and investigate at night, stay in a hotel, whatever, whatever we got to do down there. Look into it more. Gettysburg, I know a lot of people have obviously investigated there. It's been done before, but we've never been there personally. We've never been able to catch, what, war member walking out in the field,
Oh, yeah.
in the middle of the night. You know how cool it would be to
Absolutely.
go there with the Connect camera or whatever and try to
With
pick
the
up
SLS.
all that crap. Yeah.
And with our actually good quality night vision, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's going to change everything, I think, for me.
That
At
would be cool as all hell. And I remember watching a Ghost Adventures episode. What were they doing? Well, obviously they were at Gettysburg
Probably
or whatever, but
getting
they're
possessed.
like, the houses and shit there still have all like bullet holes and everything in them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, if I'm thinking correctly of the right episode or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, it'd just be someplace really, really cool to go investigate. I know a lot of people have gone and done it, but to see all that for ourselves, it's like a well-known paranormal hotspot.
Yeah.
In the community. So that'd be a really cool place to go. You got like any place you'd like to check out? Anything on your mind, locally or, travel-wise?
Isn't much up going on in here. I don't know. Nothing that I'm specifically thinking about anywhere would be.
There's a bunch of local
honestly.
places we could check out to begin with. We don't really have to travel far to find a place.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody
That's a
claims
right
places to be haunted, but like, we have a lot of actual well-known, established haunted places around here. Well, even the Hinsdale house, I was almost close to closing down a private investigation for us there. I think you need like 4 people or whatever. So like me, you, Emmy, plus like whoever else wants to go.
Yeah.
You, Mom, Emmy. Like right there, we have our people. I think it's, I don't know. I have the email from the guy. So we could go there by ourselves too, once it gets a little warmer, because I'm assuming that place has no heat.
No.
Yeah,
God,
exactly.
No.
So we could go back there too.
Lucky if you
And that,
got
I
electricity.
remember that wasn't too expensive, so we could definitely make that happen.
When we went there the first time, well, the only time, we saw, heard and saw a phantom car pull up to the driveway.
Yeah, that'd be sketchy. I've never seen something like that before.
We tried to get the owner to check his security cameras to see if anybody pulled in or, pulled in the driveway and then pulled away. Like, we had it on, on our recorders that you could hear tire tracks roll up, and we actually saw, like, from a distance someone coming, but nobody ever showed up. There was no tracks. We went searching for tracks, and the owner wouldn't check his security system for some reason. I don't know why.
Never that just throws red flags.
Yeah,
that's kind of sketchy.
It was weird.
I don't know why somebody wouldn't check their cameras if they.
But there was still no tracks.
What time of the year was this?
That was summertime.
Rainy or whatever? Because you guys could go out there easily, even if I guess it wasn't rainy or whatever, you'd still be able to tell if a fresh car pulled in.
Yeah, because it's like a dirt driveway.
And that place has been investigated. It hasn't been investigated by Ghost Adventures. Grand Central Terminal here in Buffalo has been, I'm pretty sure, and by Taps before.
Taps, definitely.
The Hinsdale house had been investigated by Nick on his show. What show was that? Nick from Ghost Adventures? I can't remember the name of his show.
Well, the one Nick's got going now is Deathwalker, and it's probably the best paranormal show out there right now.
I haven't seen anything. I've been catching up on
Nick is
Ghost Adventures episodes lately.
It's great. It's called Deathwalker, and if you know, like, virtual private networks, VPNs, or whatever, you can. I think if you go on one of those and sign into your Discovery Plus, and you could change the country that you're viewing it through, and that's how you get Deathwalker. For some reason, even though he films it in the United States, you can't get episodes of it here, which is weird. And he's got the only different take about the paranormal world in relation to that everything that has happened, is happening, or will happen is all happening at the same time. So what if what we're actually communicating with isn't necessarily dead people? Well, it is dead people, but it's all happening because, when you get these intelligent responses, or sometimes the answers you get kind of seem like maybe they don't even know they're dead.
Right.
Are we actually
communicating with like something that's actually there that from,
just a different dimension,
form type thing,
whatever you want to call it?
See, that's a topic for another podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
That's something to jot down.
Yeah.
And catch up on a few episodes.
It's one of my favorite things to talk about in the paranormal world. It's just a different way, of just thinking, okay, it's my dead relatives. It's definitely dead people. Well, you know what? Maybe it's a little more complicated than that.
Right. Maybe it. Yeah. No. Okay. We're going to save that for another podcast. We can write that down and talk about it on another show.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. So we've kind of talked about that. We're going on bullet points here because this was supposed to be kind of a shorter episode here.
Yeah. It's already.
Okay. So what's going on paranormal with you? Have you, has anything paranormal happened to you within the last week?
No.
Nothing. Well, shit. There goes that segment.
Yeah.
I was expecting something better.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. So there hasn't been anything Okay. So last week during that first real bad snowstorm we had,
Yeah, 2 back-to-back.
I was getting ready to, go out and do clear snow. And I was in the hallway right up here, grabbing my shoes, turn around. Now, of course, I got no lights on because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. No lights in the hallway. And I turn my head. As I turn my head, I see this streak, squiggly. Like it came past me and it went.
So like an orb kind of like flew past your face type
streaking
thing.
orb, I guess. And I mean, it was so bright that it like when you look at too bright light and move your eyes and you get that streak like that, and it stays kind of imprinted on your vision for a minute or whatever. And that's what it did to me. I mean, that was the end of the experience, but that's about what's happened to me lately.
This is my cat, Luna. She's a psycho.
Pain in the ass.
She's crazy. She wants to join in. Say hi, Luna. All right, on to the next segment.
Professionalism.
Wow. All right, so we're going to try out this next segment here. It's a new segment. I've never done it before, but I figured it'd be kind of like a cool segment to spark up some conversation pieces, I guess.
Sure.
Just bring the podcast keep going. This is going to be called Reddit Ghost Stories. So let's hop into this. Ready? Cool effects. Bam, bam. Bam. Oh, yeah. All right, this Reddit ghost story was posted by Satan Loves Red Pandas.
Jesus, what?
I think it's like something like that. Like we actually have to like
Satan
tell the
loves
person's
red
name.
pandas.
All right. Story's called The Haunted Coffee Pot.
Trust me, this random person's not listening to our show, so no
Probably
shout outs
not.
to you. No shout out to you.
Story goes, I think every hotel has ghosts. I used to always be afraid and uneasy in hotels because of this. But as I've gotten older, I've learned to ignore my fears of strange and different hotel rooms to get a decent night's sleep. That being said, this happened in a hotel that I went to regularly on vacation, had gotten accustomed to, and had never had any paranormal experience or even funny feeling anywhere in the hotel. This happened on vacation I took with my mom, my best friend, and her mom down to St. George Island in Florida. We checked into our regular hotel. As there were only 2 on the island at the time, we got settled into our room before heading to the beach, spent all day at the beach, and ate a good dinner before we headed back to our room. The room was large, with 2 queen beds and a dresser in front of half of the bathroom, in the back, with a small kitchenette and table in between. There was a small coffee maker with a detachable coffee pot on the table. We were sitting on the beds talking about, ironically, how creepy some hotels were and how this one didn't seem as bad. Out of nowhere, the coffee pot on the table flings out of the coffee maker and slams against the wall across from the beds. We were all stunned. I got up, grabbed the coffee pot, and placed it back in the coffee maker. Didn't you just say that it like smashed, or am I?
Yeah, that's what I thought it said. He picked up the pieces and he put it back on the coffee pot to make coffee tomorrow.
I then turned around and we proceeded to talk about how bizarre that was during the remainder of our vacation, and any time I've stayed there since, nothing strange has ever happened. All right, let's talk about it.
I don't even know what to
I'm going to have
say
to go
about
back and
that.
read that. Didn't he say that it smashed, or am I just being stupid?
Let's see. Now I got like some.
Oh, he just said it slammed against the wall. Okay.
All right.
So that's
I wasn't listening either.
That's one strong coffee pot.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go out on a bold limb and just say that's maybe a ghost way of trying to get your attention, saying, hey, I'm here type thing, but at the same time,
But that's the only thing that's ever happened. It's never happened again. Nothing like that. It's weird. It's weird. This is what you get with Reddit, folks. Here we go.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to say that, I mean,
Okay.
you got no feelings or anything before that, and most people, whether you're sensitive or not, you can get a feeling,
Yeah.
regardless. But, like, he didn't get a feeling or nothing? Didn't say anything about that? Nobody else got a feeling?
Now, something I want to say about the next comment on there. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. All hotels are haunted. All hotels. Really?
I would not say all
That's
hotels.
not an intelligent statement to make.
No, they just
All
put up a
hotels
new.
are
They just
haunted.
put up a new
Why?
hotel in Grand Island.
It's haunted.
You're gonna tell me that one's haunted?
Yeah, it's a haunted one.
Yeah, they built it
They
on like an
built
Indian
it
burial
on-
site or something.
They
Totally
imported-
haunted.
They're importing ghosts from China.
I mean, okay, but
It
this
just
comment
makes
right here,
sense.
theory that I like. Transient places have thin walls where shit leaks through. I mean, I guess that is also kind of true. I mean, ghosts can obviously you're not confined to one spot.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with that. Yeah,
But to say that every single hotel is haunted
it's
is
stupid.
a stretch.
That's-
That's a stretch right there.
and you wonder why some of us aren't taken seriously.
All right, final thoughts on that story?
That's my thoughts.
Okay.
I think I gave you my thoughts. There's not much room for too many of them up here, so.
To the next story. This one is called Negative Spirit. You ready for the username of this one? Suck on my skeleton toes is the Reddit user on this one.
What the hell? Okay.
When my brother was in middle school and some of high school, he had some sort of thing attached to him. He was very depressed, would have outbursts of crying every morning, and have migraines.
It's called a girlfriend. Oh.
He was just awful to be around and live with. My mom had a dream of a girl with long black hair at the end of her bed. My mom is like a magnet to ghosts because she would always dream of these types of things. The next morning, my brother had 3 big scratches across his back. I always wonder if he got so depressed because of something negative being attached to him, or if something was just attracted to him because he was in just a bad state of mind. Thoughts on that one?
That's more believable.
I can believe that. Being in a bad state of mind or just a bad headspace opens up like a total like portal thing, I guess, or whatever you want to say for spirits to latch on or take advantage of certain energy.
Yeah, the vulnerability just catch you off guard for a second, and they can just jump right in, I guess.
Right here we got a little bit of a follow-up, I guess. This was years ago. He is fine now. Once filled a bowl of water to absorb all of the energy and then flushed it down the toilet the next day? Is that a thing?
Why would you hang
Is that a
on?
thing?
I mean, the first thing that came to mind is scrying. Like, I thought it was going to be like, you stare into the water and there's this swirls and you're supposed to see shit in it then. But,
Get a priest ASAP. I mean, I've never heard about the water flushing down the toilet thing.
I mean, I know crystals are supposed to absorb energy.
Yeah, I've heard the crystals thing. Water can retain energy as well, but like just like filling a regular bowl of water and letting
whatever's
it sit
gotta
somewhere.
get you through the night, I guess.
I just want to know if that's proven.
Well,
we should probably do more research.
Apparently, all his negative energy is what he needed all night because he hung on to it until the next morning instead of just flushing it down the toilet, getting over with, and move on with your day. What is the problem?
Wouldn't you have to throw out the bowl after that too? Whatever you used to hang on to the water.
It wouldn't that have absorbed the energy too?
I feel like that would too.
You have to burn and salt it.
Probably the whole house.
Yeah, to be safe.
Okay, and let's talk about the scratches on his back. That's
3 scratches.
That's a sign. 3 scratches, not 1, not 2. 3 scratches. That's an actual sign of like usually demonic energies, right?
Mocking of the Trinity.
Yeah. So like that's a big thing. So that brings me down to the comment that says get a priest ASAP. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like absolutely. If you see that, you should seek paranormal professional help.
Yeah. But you'd
Don't
be surprised. No, don't contact. We do not have authority in priestlyhood things.
So my question to this user would be, because they say at the end of this, I always wonder if he got so depressed because of some negative spirit being attached to him,
That would be.
or if it was attracted to him because he was in such a bad state of mind.
Could have been. Oh, well, both.
What came first, his bad state of mind, or like you thinking that?
So if I'm right, the bad state of mind would have opened you up, and that's I can't remember the exact terms for the stages of possession or whatever, but it's oppression. where they're trying to affect you from the outside. They break you down one level, and then they start affecting your mental health and your personality, and
Right, and just kind of tearing you apart little by little type thing.
It's not like a quick thing that happens. It's over a period of time. It's literally breaking your spirit.
So it's quite possibly it could have been either one of those things.
It could have been both, yeah.
All right, let's get into the third story. This one is by user always_confused_4. And its name is I saw my mom, in quotes, watch me sleep.
Why is it in quotes?
I have no clue.
Is that not your mommy?
I've not read this story
your wife? What is this? Professional.
Yep. This happened roughly 5 years ago at our old house. I have a lot of stories from there. Okay, go on. Here I am, just sleeping peacefully when I hear footsteps coming from up the stairs. I don't think anything of it, so I doze back to sleep. I don't know why, but I had this overwhelming feeling that somebody was in my room, which can happen a lot. I wake up and look at my door, then to the edge of my bed, and what do I see? My mom just standing there, staring at me. I about pissed my pants. I obviously asked her what she was doing, and she said nothing. I said, okay, and laid down. She left, and I didn't think anything about it. Keep in mind, this was at like 5 a.m., which is usually the time she got up to get ready for work. Later that day, after I got home from school, I asked her what she was doing in my room that morning. She looked at me confused and goes, when? I told her, and she goes, I didn't go up to your room this morning. I was late getting up. Late getting up? I proceeded to tell her that I saw her standing there plain as day. The thing that creeped me out even more than this was that she was wearing the exact same outfit that my mom was. I'll never forget that. Anyways, we moved out of that house 2 years ago. Well, how long ago did this happen? If you moved out 2 years ago. Whatever.
Who cares?
Thoughts on this?
That's interesting. I mean, maybe a premonition dream.
I mean, she could have been 5 a.m. Said she was late getting up, so probably not sleepwalking. I mean, if it was earlier in the morning, sleepwalking could have been an option.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've had something similar,
yeah.
like this happen to me when I lived at my dad's, and I've told Emmy about this. I'm pretty sure I told you about this. Laying in my bed, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I hear my stepmom down in the kitchen saying, Dalton, come down here. So I'm like, no, I'm going back to bed. It's 3 a.m. And then I hear, come on, get up, come down here. So I just got up and walked downstairs, and nobody was down there. Nobody. Nothing. So I ran back up the stairs and shut my door and laid there.
Oh,
but like that's not like
interesting.
Me seeing,
well,
somebody stand there. Like this person saw their mom standing at the edge of their bed in the same exact clothes that their mom was wearing later on that day. And her mom claiming that obviously she was still sleeping because she was late getting up.
Did she talk the first time you saw her?
No.
Okay.
Says right here, asked her what she was doing, and she said nothing, and the person responded, okay, and went back to bed.
I don't know. I would say maybe a early REM dream that feels like you're awake and you're not really awake and you're dreaming. So I had that happen. Before, watching a horror movie, falling asleep watching a horror movie, and all of a sudden I end up having a dream that I see it standing right there, but never really happened. It's just a dream influencing, or the movie influencing the dream. Yeah.
So those are our thoughts on that. I don't know. This is just kind of weird and creepy. I've only you haven't had anything kind of like that happen. I only had one thing sort of kind of like that happen.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just a weird kind of experience to have.
They say sometimes it can mimic, your loved ones. I think that's
imagine a spirit having that much energy to portray themselves like that, and just for some reason know what their mom is gonna wear later on that day too. That's just all kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
Anywho's in our fourth and final story.
So best for last, I'm guessing.
To be honest, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give it a shot.
Here we go.
Posted by Reddit user Synth Wolf. This one is called "My Child's Imaginary Friend is My Dead Grandpa."
Okay.
All right. Not sure if it fits here. I will be willing to move if needed. Just talking about, I guess, where they posted the ghost story. A little backstory. My mother's biological father died at the age of 26, while my grandma was still pregnant with my mother. As such, I've only ever seen photos of my grandfather. Well, one day, I hear my kid talking to someone in her room. I go to check, I knock and enter, and she's sitting on her bed talking to no one. I think nothing of it. Days go by, and she mentions that Neil says he's proud of you. I said, okay, that's weird. I asked who again, and what does he look like? She tells me, like you, Dad. He says he's my great-grandpa. None of her grandpas look like me, except my father, who's in prison, and she's never met him. Fast forward a couple months, and my mom is looking through an old family photo album with her. She comes across my grandpa's service photo. Kid exclaims, "That's my friend. I talk to him all the time." My only real explanation would be that she saw a picture and made a real imaginary friend from it. Only issue is, she knows details that she shouldn't. Like that he died in a car wreck, when he lost control and went over a bridge, that he was honorably discharged from service a mere 2 years into his contract, and more. And she didn't use those exact words, but the specific wording was childish. And it's easier for me just to state it like that. And mind you, this started when she was 7. She's now almost 9, and this is her first imaginary friend other than talking to her toys.
Okay. That's cool.
I don't doubt that it could have been
Sure, why not?
her grandfather, her great-grandfather, his grandpa.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible. A lot of kids have paranormal encounters and have imaginary friends that turn out to be actual spirits, and parents just kind of blow it off.
I think that first, when kids start saying they got imaginary friends, I'm like, are you really talking to somebody?
I don't. And the fact that she knew stuff, and that, like, this imaginary friend, or to her, like, his grandpa, she knew certain things and knew to say that he's proud of him, type thing. And she, like he said, he never saw her, and I don't think he said he never saw him either, but she picked him out of a photo, just like that.
Yeah.
She knew exactly, like, hey, that's the guy I've been talking to.
He was 26?
Yeah, when he died, type thing.
So she's going to imagine some 26-year-old dude is her friend instead of, like, a fucking unicorn or some shit.
Right.
Why would you choose a 26-year-old dude?
No, I don't remember ever having an imaginary friend, but I remember my little brother having an imaginary friend named Zing Zing, a stupid name or whatever, but that was just what he was called. And I remember interacting with Zing Zing, knowing that obviously it's not an imaginary friend, and getting other people to believe that was obviously hard because the household he's in, people there don't believe that. But I know for a fact that his imaginary friend was indeed a spirit, so it's not possible. I think is how I want to word that.
Calling it Zing Zing, was that him not being able to understand or hear?
I think so. I don't know. He got this.
Because if not, that's some demonic.
Imaginary friend at like a really, really little age. It was never a demonic type friend or whatever, but it was
it's
definitely
like,
a spirit.
Zozo.
Yeah, right? Zing Zing
like,
Zozo.
Oh, shit.
Let's read some comments. This gave me chills. Also, your daughter may have a gift. 9 is pretty old to see spirits, ghosts. Kids are usually connected in that way, but usually lose the ability as they get older, which is true. I don't remember my little brother saying anything about Zing Zing in like 2 years. So, and that's also backed up by like thousands, hundreds of thousands other accounts.
Oh, yeah.
Like all over the world.
Like
of kids being able to see things. Right?
Although I don't know, it's more common now.
This comment also goes on to say Neil, which is the grandfather, has probably been around you and the family for a long time. Fascinating that he chose her, or she chose him to be able to communicate directly with. So, I don't know, you also got to think about that. I mean, more than likely, Neil, the grandfather, has been around for a while. That's usually the thing.
Yeah.
Passed on, family members sticking around.
Yeah.
You know, not always making their presence known, but someone like a child that's easier to show themselves to or communicate with or whatever, obviously is probably going to be the first choice to go to be able to speak
of being
with.
recognized or,
Well, I wouldn't say recognized.
Yeah.
She didn't know who he was until saw her. And
bad listener.
this one right here. When my kiddo was 3, she said that Grandpa, who was deceased, had a message for Grandma. This went on for months, and the messages were given were private jokes between Grandma and Grandpa. She wasn't and isn't bothered by it at all. Who's she? Her kid? You see, that'd be weird too, if your child, 3-year-old kid,
telling you inside jokes.
Yeah, between Grandma and Grandpa. When she's 3, she shouldn't be knowing that kind of stuff.
And she's getting it like dead on. Like,
right?
There's no way she could possibly know that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. All right, I kind of like this kind of segment. It's weird to be able to read this kind of stuff and just go on about it and give our thoughts about it and see if we've had any experiences.
I like the ones
that kind of stuff.
I like the ones that don't seem to make any sense. Those are fun.
And try to make sense out of it and try to
make fun of it and rip it apart. And those are fun.
Like the coffee pot thing.
The coffee pot.
Just one item. Or the negative spirit.
I mean, I'm not saying the story is a lie, but the comment is just so dumb. Well, every hotel's haunted. It comes with the lumber.
Comes with the ghost.
And the steel beams when you're building the hotel.
Yeah,
and it's actually embedded in steel.
The signs that say maximum occupancy have a human number and a ghost number below it.
Yeah, you got
maximum number of ghosts allowed.
Gotta use a black light to see it.
Yeah, or what is it? Like the old western towns or whatever had the little boards or whatever with the total number of people inside the town. You know what I'm talking about? How many people live there or whatever.
Yeah,
you could have that with population 10 ghosts per square foot.
Guess how many hotels we have.
Yeah. You think this hotel's haunted? You should see our brand new one we just built last year. That one's even haunted-er. It's brand new. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, that's about all I have for this podcast. That's all I have written down on my notes.
Well, it was more interesting to me than I thought it was going to be. So
yeah, I did not expect to go on this long or have this much to talk about.
I was actually hoping we didn't, and actually went okay.
Yeah,
professionals.
So we didn't really promote this welcome back podcast, but we will be promoting the podcast 2 weeks from tonight.
Because if you know anything about social media, anything at all about social media.
Do we still have our Facebook page?
You don't have to promote yourself.
Do we still have a Facebook page? You had that.
Did I make it?
Yeah.
Probably then.
Sweet. Okay, we should start sharing that.
If my dad's Facebook account is still active, then the Appariton Paranormal podcast Facebook should be active too.
All right. Well, then we will get on with all that and sharing and promoting.
Dead 7 years. That's the joke.
Sharing the podcast for not next week, the week after that. Next week, we're going to try to upload probably a home investigation, see what we can catch in here. I know there have been a fuck ton of shadow figures down here and stuff like that, so try to catch something on camera here.
Yeah, you should.
See if we can get the spirit box voice or something. Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Catch us in 2 weeks here live at hopefully around the same time, 8-ish o'clock on a Friday night to discuss everything paranormal.
You seriously got nothing better to do on a Friday night.
I can think of a million other things to do on a Friday night than watch two fuckheads talk about paranormal.
Shit, they have no idea. It sounds like a battery dying. Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, we should just get new batteries.
Let's contact, ghoststop.com and be like, yo,
what is that?
Batteries get low. Is this what it does?
Right. All right, guys.
You guys are professionals.
Thank you very much. I'm going to say something very corny right now. Don't judge me. And I'm going to mute your mic right after I say it. Stay spooky.